Okay, everybody. This is Garrett. Tears to Joy Ministries.org. Let's do another movie review. Okay, excuse me. This movie review is a Christian movie called Full of Grace, the story of Mary. The movie is an hour and 22 minutes long. It came out in 2015, so it came out last year. And it is a low-budget movie filmed in Southern California, in the mountains, by the beach, and the surrounding neighborhoods. I've actually been out there many, many times because I grew up in Southern California. So I recognize some of it, and let's get started. One more time. The movie is called Full of Grace, the story of Mary. You could tell by the title that Mary is the focal point of the movie, and that's the way they advertise it, say, on Amazon. And when I found the movie tonight on Amazon, it had really good ratings. I mean, lots of people gave it 5 stars. And then I watched the trailer, the little 90-second trailer, and it looked okay. And you have 2 options. You can either buy the movie for $12.99, and then you would own the digital version on Amazon. You own it, so you would go on Amazon to watch it whenever you want. Or you could rent it for $4.99. So for about $5, you can rent it. And if you rent it, you can watch it as many times as you want for 3 days. So they give you 3 days. So I thought about it. And I meditated on it for about 2 minutes. And I asked Jesus, should I buy it or rent it? And he said, I'm sorry. And a voice said, go ahead and buy it. But something didn't feel quite right. I don't usually buy movies. I usually rent them because watching them one time is usually enough. So I asked again, and I said, should I buy it or rent it? And this time I kind of got mixed signals. So I relaxed for a second, and I asked him a third time. And this time Jesus said something like, I can't quite remember. He said something like, go ahead and rent it. I'm going to bless you with the movie. So then I said, okay, here we go. And I rented it. Now, they advertised the movie as being the story of Mary. And the movie takes place about 10 years after Jesus died on the cross, about 10 years later. So they're in the book of Acts. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that not only did they choose a really good actor to play Peter, his name is Noam Jenkins, I think, yeah. But he did a good job. He did a good job, and I was also pleasantly surprised to learn that the movie is not only about Mary. Yes, she is, I guess, the main star of the movie, the main focal point, but Peter plays a big role in the movie, and since they did a good job casting the right actor, and since Peter was in about half of the movie also, I was very happy. I wasn't really looking to see a movie only with Mary in it. So, just to repeat myself, when I found out that Peter, the role of Peter was a major player in the movie, I was very happy about that. Yeah, that worked out really good. Now, this movie is a drama. So you're not going to be seeing Roman soldiers. You're not going to see horses and chariots. You're not going to see any swords, any fighting, no murders, no nothing like that. This movie I would term like an artsy drama. Let me explain what they did in this movie. The movie is a little bit darker than normal, and some people on Amazon complained about that. I want you to know that this was done on purpose by the producer, director, and the creator of the movie. And I thought it came out real good. It gives it an artsy type look to this dramatic movie. This is a drama. And they do a lot of close-ups in the movie, and some people on Amazon complained about that because I read reviews before I want to spend my money on a movie, that is. And yes, they do a lot of close-ups, and I want you to know, wow, they did a good job. The close-ups of Mary and her face while she's reminiscing and telling stories about Jesus, whether she's telling stories about his birth or about when he was so-called lost for 3 days as a little boy when he was in the temple. And she's reminiscing throughout some parts of the movie. And the director is using close-ups. And I thought that was smart. And I thought it worked out really well. Now, they did the same with Peter. They're using artsy, dramatic type directing. Close-ups of Peter, close-ups of the anguish and the confusion that he was facing over different storylines going on in the movie. So this is a slow-moving drama, and with the dark types of film that they used and the dark sets and the close-ups with the camera, it worked out well, real well. Now, I have a piece of paper in front of me. The top half is all of the good about the movie, and the bottom half is all the bad. So let's go over the good first. I'm glancing at my little sheet of paper. Okay. Let's go over the good first. The casting director did a great job. They picked a good actor to play Peter, and he played Peter in a different way than I'd never seen before. They did a good job choosing the actress to play Mary, Jesus' mom. Now remember, this is 10 years after his death, so everyone's older. And the actress who plays Mary, I can't pronounce her name. None of these people are really that famous, but you can look it up on the internet. And I thought that they chose the right kind of actress to play Mary at an older age. I really do. The Apostle John is in the movie a little bit, and I thought the casting director did a good job with that actor. Okay, what else is good? Oh man, the music. Wow. The music is noticeable in the movie. At different parts of the movie, they got this dramatic type cello playing or dramatic violins, or they got choruses singing, and the music is fantastic. I'm sorry I don't have the person's name that the music is based off of, but yeah, you'll look it up on the internet. The music was very, very good. So the music was noticeable. It stands out during certain close-ups and certain scenes, and so the music was real good also. Let's talk about the movie sets. I thought the movie sets were good, not great, not fantastic, no. This is a low-budget movie. but the movie sets were doable, and you can definitely believe it was 2,000 years ago, somewhere in Israel. Let's talk about the wardrobe. I thought the wardrobe was good, not great, not fantastic. The wardrobe was not as good as another movie review that I did on my YouTube channel about the Christian movie called Risen, which had fantastic wardrobe. This movie's low budget, and the wardrobe is doable. What Peter and John and Mary and the other people were wearing in the movie, it's all believable, yes. So the wardrobe was good. Let's talk about the acting. Let's talk about mainly Mary and Peter, who are in most of the movie. They did a good job. I think I can honestly say I didn't see one bad piece of acting. Not one bad sentence, not one bad facial expression with all the close-ups, and the acting was good. I mean, it was real good. So that's definitely on my sheet of paper on the good side. Now, the facial expressions, when Mary is telling a story about baby Jesus, or about Jesus as a grown man, or Jesus on the cross, or when Peter is telling a story, I thought the facial expressions were very good. I thought they were real good. The stories were believable. In other words, both actress and actor, they did a good job. Yeah, they did a good job. I'm not going to say the acting was phenomenal. No, I'm not saying that, but the acting was real good, definitely. So this is a slow-moving, artsy drama with dramatic type music that cuts in and out at different times. No action, no murder, no Roman soldiers, no whips, no horses, no chariots, no war, no fighting. Now let's talk about the bad. As I look at my sheet of paper, the bad section's on the bottom of the paper. Guess what? There's nothing written down. I can't think of a single thing in the movie that was bad. Not a single thing. Even the ending was fulfilling enough. The ending wasn't fantastic, but it was good. It's a good, solid ending. I have nothing bad to say about the movie. Nothing bad. Jesus really blessed me. So, let me give this movie a rating. I'm only rating it compared to other Christian movies. I'm not comparing it to Star Wars. I'm not comparing it to The Godfather. Come on. I'm comparing it just to other Christian movies. This movie's real good. If you like slow-moving, artsy dramas that are going to be about Jesus and the early church, this movie is worth $12.99, $13. Yes. If you want to kick back on your couch and get some hot tea, and you know you're not going to see any nudity, no killing, no murder, no Romans, no nothing, and you want to be entertained for, 2 hours or whatever, good acting, lots of Bible stories from Mary and Peter. The movie is worth $13 if you want to buy it on Amazon and own a digital copy. Is the movie worth $4.99? Is it worth $5 to rent for 3 days? Yes. Yes, it is. This is a good, solid movie that promotes the birth of Jesus, the life of Jesus, the death of the Lord, the resurrection of the Lord, and walking in peace and love. All right. I can recommend this movie. I give this movie, I've seen a couple Christian movies that are a little bit better. So I want to give this movie a solid 7 out of 10. I think you'll like it as long as you have listened to the review carefully. No Romans, no whipping, no murders, no sex, no chariots, no horses, no Roman generals, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, very solid movie here. The movie's called Full of Grace, The Story of Mary. Praise God. They did a good job with a low budget, a real good job. Praise God.